All right, you guys, Miss Moran, I am back, and we are on Unit 1, Lesson 2 video for our second part of the algebra review. So just as a reminder to have your notebook and your graphing calculator ready to go. Calculators in this video will pretty much be for you to check any multiplying that you might be doing, because it's going to be pretty much very basic algebra stuff here. Again, if you have a different device and you want to use that, you can use Notability for your notes or the Calculate 84 app if you need it. So in this video, which I'm going to make significantly shorter than the last one, we have a polynomial review. We're going to be adding and subtracting polynomials, we're going to do some distribution and some multiplying. So if you do feel super confident with this stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if you make it through this video really quickly in your notes, and then you can get to the practice stuff right away. So we are going to be adding and subtracting. So I'm going to advise you to go ahead and pause just so you can write down those two examples and then rejoin me and we'll do them together, or you can fast forward to the answers if you're ready for that part too. So go ahead and pause it. Alrighty, so you've got them written down and we're going to go ahead and try them. So this is adding. I'm just going to add the like terms together. So I see no other squareds, so that 2x squared remains 2x squared. I do see that I have a negative 4x and a positive 6x, making that a positive 2x when you combine them together. And that I have a 7 and a negative 9, so that's minus 2. And that's it, just adding polynomials together, which is combining like terms. In this example, we are subtracting. So for the subtraction, we just have to make sure that we are distributing a negative to the second set of parentheses. But in this case, we're actually distributing a negative 2. So I'm going to rewrite it. It isn't a necessary step, but for some of you, it might just help you to ensure that you're not making any error when you are distributing a negative 2. If there was no 2, you would be just changing the signs because you're just distributing a negative 1. Now I'm going to combine like terms. Actually don't have very many like terms in this example. So I have 5x cubed, I have a minus 6x squared, I have a positive 4x, and then I do have to combine the 1 with the negative 8 to get a minus 7. So I'm writing this in what's called standard form, and that is that we have descending exponents, so they start like counting down. Remember that exponent's a 1. You don't have to write it, but it's a 1. And then there is a 0 exponent technically there, but of course we don't ever write that one either. So let me back those away because we don't write them. So there's your answers for the first two. And let's go ahead and take a look at the next examples. So for these examples, we're going to be multiplying. We do remember that when we multiply with variables that we add the exponents. So if that's something you need to remind yourself of, write it down. We have to add exponents. And let's get going then. So pause if you need to, but I'm going to go ahead and keep talking. So here we have to distribute a 6x. So we need to make sure we're distributing that to all three members of the inside parentheses. That would make that 24, and then we'd have x cubed because we're adding the exponents together, minus 12x squared, and then plus 6x. And that's it, just distribution on this particular one. But distribution is multiplication. For this one, you may or may not have ever seen this. I get students every year who have never seen it, and I get students who are like, yeah, that's the way I've always done it. I'm going to use a Punnett square for this. Just because I like the organization. It doesn't matter which polynomial you write on the top and which one you write down the side. It doesn't matter. I may have if I did this problem again tomorrow, I might do it differently. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill in each of the boxes like a multiplication table. So 2x times the 4x squared makes 8x cubed. Then in the box to the right of that, I would distribute the negative 1, so I'd get negative 4x squared. Down in the bottom, I'd get negative 3, and over here I would get 6x. I'm not done because my answer wasn't supposed to be written as a Punnett square. But I get 8x cubed minus 4x squared plus 6x minus 3. I like this for the organization. I also like it because I can really see if I have multiplied all of them together, especially when we get to something like with like a trinomial, like 3 terms. And I can combine like terms if there's any. In this case, there were not. So there are the answers to those 2. And we've got 2 more. That's our last examples. So pause if you want to write them down or not. It's up to you. This next one is 2x plus 5 quantity squared, and that just means that I am multiplying it by itself, so 2x plus 5 and 2x plus 5. If it was minus, I would just write a negative in there, but it is not. Now, I like the Punnett square because it reminds me to multiply all of the things that I have to multiply. So I get the 4x squared, I get the 10x, I get another 10x, and I get a 25. Oops. How did I do that wrong? 25. Again, my answer is not a Punnett square, but it's actually combining the like terms and writing this in standard form. And there is my polynomial answer because I multiplied them. Lastly is this one, which is why I really, really like the Punnett square. Now, I typically put the larger one on the top. Again, no reason, just kind of a habit, I think. And there it goes. And then the x plus 4 down the side. You can write a plus 4 if you feel good about writing a plus there. And then I'm going to fill in all 6 boxes. But see, if I kind of use this arrow method, I might forget one of them. I'm not going to forget to fill in one of these 6 boxes. Like, I would never leave it blank. It'd probably drive me crazy if I left it blank. 3x squared and then 2x. And then I go across the bottom and I get 4x squared, and that's a minus 12x. Don't forget that little negative guy would make both of these negative in this case. And then let me finish up. I get 8 over here. So I get to combine like terms, and I really like it because it should help me combine like terms very easily, and then I'm not going to forget anything when I do that. Or I shouldn't forget anything when I do that. And there are the answers for the last 2. So this was meant to just be a review. It's not new for anybody because you've all taken Algebra 2. But there it is. So your practice, again, is named the same thing as our lesson. And it's Unit 1, Lesson 2, and it's our Algebra Review 2. You guys, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, check in with me on the Zoom if we're still on, or go ahead and send me a message on Schoology or an email. If you post it on Schoology, the benefit to that is that everybody gets to see the question and the answer. If you send it in an email, then it's between you and me, but it is up to you, whatever you want to do. Let me know if I can help you out.